Time to keep up to date on those prices. That's right, it's a reserve list market watch video coming up next. Hey guys, welcome back. MTG Moxman here. If you're new to my channel and you're finding me on this fine Monday, welcome aboard. Smash that subscribe button and join in the fun. That's right, new content 7 days a week, live streams on Sundays. Looking forward to seeing everyone there. Guys, it's another market watch video. That's right, you guys know I like to keep you guys financially well aware of what's going on out there. But please remember, do not take magic advice from a guy in the basement on an entertainment-only channel with stuff behind him that he's hoarding, and he didn't go to Magic University. Didn't graduate. Didn't make it through my first semester, man. I was eating too many nachos and cheese and watching Army of Darkness far too often. Now, let's get to some awesome cards today. Number one we're going to check out is going to be the Sliver Queen. She is the king mamba jamba of everything that makes the world sliver go round. All right, guys. In Canada, you're looking at an average price of $600, okay? That's a lot of money. Now, if we check the EU, the average price is going to be around $300 on the Market Watch, and when we check in the USA, we're about $370. That's not bad, okay? If you were buying it in the US, that is not bad, but let me tell you, if you're buying in Canada, man, you are paying a pretty penny to get that card. And remember, this card is actually trending up. The sales are still strong on this card. It is having an upward trend, and the sales are strong, proving this card is still desirable for people. And let's face it, Stronghold was not a huge print run compared to older print runs, so it's going to get harder and harder to get. It's the way it's going to be. If you want to have the queen in your house, you're going to have to pay for your queen. The queen is everything, man. You got to pay for the queen if you want to have her, you know what I'm saying? All right, now, number two is Karn the Golem. I know, right? The Silver Golem, man. He's amazing. Now, his average price is only $30 in Canada, $25 in the US, and $25 in the EU, which means people in the EU are probably overpaying on Market Watch to get this particular card. Maybe they didn't get a lot of it overseas when it came. Now, these are all the non-foil prices because the foil was everywhere. It was hard for me to track, guys, because there's had from the vault versions, they've had promo versions. He's supposed to be on the reserve list. They're not supposed to print him. For a while, they kind of, you know, the Wizards just dipped their toe on the other side to see what would happen. It didn't go well for them. The feedback on this kind of stuff was very negative, and hence why they took it off again. Karn Silver Golem very well. He's a nice card. It's good to pump him up. He can do some damage, and let's face it, animating all kinds of crazy artifacts, and some artifacts are cheap to get out. There's some artifacts that are like 2 to get out, 10 to get out, 5 to get out. You can get a lot of creatures going with Karn. He is pretty awesome, so Karn Silver Golem's a good guy. He's a good guy hanging in there. Now, our next card coming up is going to be Winding Canyons. Weatherlight. We opened one on the channel here, and you're looking at price of $60 Canadian, $50 US, or $31 EU, which means chances are the US is still the cheapest overall, because in the US, they can also just go ahead and buy a copy in Canada, but get a 25% exchange rate bonus, right? So they're going to be paying a lot less in American dollars buying it in Canada. So US, you win again. Now, Winding Canyons is trending down, guys. It is dipping a little bit, and that's not a bad thing. That gives people a chance to pick up some copies of this card, add it to their collection when it dips a little bit further. Wait about another month. You'll see it go down a few more bucks. Now, in case you guys didn't know, it doesn't have any negatives. It comes into play untapped. You can tap it for colorless mana. You can pay 2 colorless and tap it, and your creatures come in till the end of turn, played as instants, which is the same as Flash. Very cool, guys. Okay? Very good in EDH Commander. Very good card. It's underrated now. Just let it dip. Let it fall down. Let it drift so we can all get some more copies on the down, okay? Very nice. Now our next card is gonna be Rofellos. He's like an elf dude. Now, this guy confused me, I'll be honest. $80 Canadian, $75 in the US, right? And then $53 in the EU. Way to go, Americans. You win again! I'm telling you, they're always winning right now. The price-wise is going to be cheapest to buy it in the United States of America because, again, they can buy it in Canada, get the trade bonus, 25%, 20%, and they're just going to save some cash. Way to go. But it's not. It's roughly the same. It's fairly close. Now, the thing I like about it is it's a fun card. But Vintage, you know, Legacy only, it's not. It's banned in Commander. So unless you're building a collection from the Urza's block, or you're going to use it in a different deck, or you just want to have one. This card is trending up with strong sales, and I can't figure out why. So this one's a bit of a mystery to me. I will be keeping a close eye. If someone knows why, you know, put it in the comment sections. Let me know why. Because I have not found the reason yet, and I'm curious. Because if it's not going to be an EDH, you know, I don't see a lot of vintage legacy decks. Maybe 90, no, not even 93, 94, right? This is way too late for that. So, no. No. Now, our next card is going to be Chaos Orb. Can you believe it? This card is banned in every format. It cannot be used unless you're playing with house rules. Our house rule around here is it destroys one target only. That's what a Chaos Orb does. Back in the day, though, Chaos Orb has a flip mechanic if you're new to the channel. Flip mechanic. So you take it a foot from the table. You flip it in the air. It must spin at least 360 degrees, at least over once. And then whatever it lands on, it destroys. That's lands, creatures, enchantments. Whatever it lands on. Chaos Orb. Get it? But there was all kinds of things with people restacking their decks and working out in certain ways to protect their card. A few times I actually know of people who, anyway, ridiculous. They shred the card and flick it in the air. They had a fun uncard that did the same thing to kind of prove the point. But you're looking at $1,900 Canadian, $1,500 in the US, and around $1,100 in the EU. So it looks like overall, this is a pretty even standard across the board. I kind of like it. It means that the sales are strong, which I like. It is trending up with higher sales than I expected for a completely banned card. So it's got to be set collectors or people just stockpiling some stuff. You know, from back in the day when this was like a $10, $20 card because it was banned, even like 10 years ago. It's kind of crazy to see, okay? Amazing card, though. It was so much fun to play with. All right, now, Eldamari of the, you know, Lord of the Leaves. Again, he is trending weirdly. In some cases, he's lower, like at $130 Canadian, but only $70 in the EU and then $90 in the US. The US has a distinct advantage over card market and over the Canadian right now on what we're buying. It's kind of weird in this case because he's trending up, but in certain areas, I can see he's still available and the price is not bad, but nobody's buying them. So depending on where you are, copies are being sold out, but in other areas, he's being left alone. So I found that very interesting. For the first time, I'm seeing a kind of weird wishy-washy type trending up. It's not solid everywhere, it's just a little bit. A little bit. That's why there's some question marks there. Because I'm going to be tracking him a little closer to see what's going on. He is used in some decks. It's just curious because I expected something a little different from him, and it just didn't happen. So, Lord of the Leaves, you continue to be the Lord, but you're not the Lord of everything. Just the leaves. When the leaves fall, you can have them. You're the Lord of the leaves that fall on the ground. You can just stay there. All right, now, our last card today is Season of the Witch, which, of course, from the days of it being 15, 16 bucks, has gone huge. It always was a good card from the dark. It has a very creepy Halloween feel to this card. That's why people love it. I love this card. That's why I have my copies. Now, at an average price of 32 bucks in the EU, 45 bucks in the US, or 81 in Canada, you can see the EU and the US have a real advantage over the Canadians right now. It has strong sales, multiple copies across the board. And I know from the stores I talked to, they've had lots of emails wanting this card. So it's a turn in to sell up, right? So there's, you know, you put the email in saying, let me know when this is restocked. There's quite a few of those emails going around. So this looks like it's a really trending up card that people are finding value in this card for what it does. It's amazing. It's an amazing card. I love it. Okay? Season of the Witch. It's just so creepy. All right, guys, that's what I have for you. Can you believe it? This is just going to keep going. And I love it. Every second of it. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in. This was MTG Mox, man. Water on the side, nachos and cheese and jalapenos waiting for me. And I'll see you guys tomorrow on Tuesday. Have a great one. See you soon. I said see you soon. I don't know what's going on. I just didn't stop when I pressed stop. It just kept going. I don't know. Hey guys, thanks for tuning in. This is MTG Moxman here. Hope you guys are having an awesome day. Man, my patrons make this happen. You guys are amazing. Remember it. You're all special people. All right, guys, have a great Monday. I'll see you all tomorrow. You guys know what this is? Sharpie. That's what we need. We're 300 subs away from pi! Not the math term. Pi. I think Apple's winning right now, too, on the survey. So in 300 subs, we get pi. 300 subs. Pi. Could be less than 300 right now. I don't know. But this number will keep going down. Every video, look for this number. It's going to be less. It's going to be less, I'm telling you. Pi is coming! Pi! Thanks a lot for the support, guys. Have a great one today.